Wow, I just spent like 40 minutes looking for a Jeep key, and turns out it was being held hostage by Project Jeep in the midst of whatever I was doing yesterday. I set the key down on the fender and then forgot it was there, that was my fault because I did not follow the proper chain of custody procedures. Anyway, this is a 2018 Jeep Sahara 4-door. I think it's a JK Jeep. It was involved in a collision. The bodywork has since been repaired, but it has a bent left front steering knuckle. That aluminum knuckle in there took a nasty hit, so we're gonna pull that knuckle off. We're gonna change the bearing, the knuckle. We're also getting a new tire and a new wheel because it did take the hit right there. It was run into like from the front going in that direction. There was also some bumper damage that's been repaired and replaced. So we're moving on to phase 2, the mechanical repair. So without any further ado or introduction, I will announce that this vehicle has 75,131 miles. Starting the engine. Let's get it into the shop. All right, let's get this thing indoors. I need to make haste. We've had this truck here for I think like 7 weeks. It's been well over a month, that's for sure. We had well, the holidays were here. The insurance company guys took a little while to get back to us and whatnot, so now we're trying to play catch up for the end of the year because we want to get this Jeep back to its home. Rounding the corner of death. I closed the door this time, no worries. Good. We're in. Yep, right about here looks good to me. I think that's a good spot. Set the rack on this bad boy. Powering down. Okie dokes, let's get these lift arms set up in their proper lifting positions here. That looks good. And then that front one, need to extend that one a little bit, like a lot of bit, right about there, I think. Okay, moving on up. Green subscribe button. Contact. Not right. Come down. Let's pull our arm back in. That's a little too far out. We want to get it right here. Good. Moving back up. All right, we're moving on up, all the way up. We'll get to a comfortable working height, which is right about here. Let's go ahead and get that left front wheel pulled off of there, and we'll get this suspension disassembled. Okay, first up here, we need to get the plastic hubcap off. Now, don't be deceived by all these bolts. Most of them are fake. There's gonna be 1 or 2 actual fasteners here, maybe 3. Looks like there's 3 on this one, but you can tell because one of them is metal and the others appear to be plasticky. Hubcap gravity, almost. Saved it. Here, please, without scratching it. I think the new wheel does not come with a hubcap, so I've got to make sure we don't break this thing. Now, this thing's equipped with locking lug nuts, so we're gonna need a key. See how that thing is splined in there? We're gonna need a key to remove those guys. Not a huge deal, unless you don't have it. A lot of times the vehicle owners do not know where their keys are, or that they even have a key, or on occasion the shop will forget to return the key. Therefore there is no key, which is why I have a master kit with all the popular available keys. That way we don't run into that kind of problem. Learned my lesson long ago. It's better to have your own key than rely on customers to have their key. Because sometimes, like I said, they just don't know. Some vehicles are factory equipped with with locking lug nuts, and they don't even know that they have those. Now I said some, not all, okay? Let's pull this heavy thing off of here. It's a beast. Okie doke, so I'm thinking the best place to start is gonna be from the beginning. What we're gonna do is pull this brake assembly off. We're gonna pull off the rotor. Then I can get the axle unbolted from the hub assembly. We'll unbolt the hub, and then we'll disconnect the ball joints and then drop the spindle assembly down. I'm at knuckle. I've got a habit of calling them spindles because they used to be spindles back in the day. This is the very expensive factory replacement component. It's aluminum. Yeah, that's probably why it bent so easily. Yeah, let's put you guys in there for a better view of what's going down. We're just gonna pull the 2 caliper brackets off. Loud noises. That's gonna remove the bracket, the pads, and the caliper. All at the same time. Take this guy, and we'll hang it over here on this control arm with a brake hardware hanger. Set it down right over there. That way our hose is not holding up all the weight of that unit. Yeah, that's okay. Actually, no, it's not. That's gonna give you guys like an aneurysm. Ruin the brake caliper hose. There we go. Now we're in good shape. All right, moving around this side a little bit, we can go ahead and pull these set screws out for the rotor and pop this guy off. And that one here looks like it's a T27 Torx bit. Unclick. Negative. I'll do this manually. Did I break it? No. Good to go. Stuck. That's okay. We have special tools for such things. Recommend rotor. Just kidding. Alright, we're going to reuse that rotor. That was not damaged. Okay, next up we need to pull the wheel speed sensor or ABS sensor out. Disconnect that guy. You know what? Let's pull the backing plate off too. I have to reuse that. So this thing's just secured with a couple 10mm fasteners. Let us unfasten those. This is going to get reused. There we go. Wheel speed sensor removal complete. We'll stick that thing aside for now. And let's go ahead and get the tie rod and the axle nut removed, and then we can go around to the back side and get the bolts that hold this wheel bearing to the knuckle. Unclicked. Okay, looks like we're playing with a 36mm, this axle nut right here. Is that free? Not yet. Now, do not hit these with hammers. It will damage the threads. And then you have to replace the axle. And that would be bad. But we can hit it with air hammers. We're just trying to break the bond between the axle and the inside race of the bearing. There it goes. It moved. Okay, let's get back behind this again, and we'll pull the bolts out that secures the bearing to the knuckle. Let's scooch back around to the back side here, and we'll get those fasteners with some driveline sockets. You'll notice these are 12-point fasteners, and not very common, but I've got some 12-point sockets here. These are Sun X's. They're on a swivel. They're great for drive shafts and things of that nature. That's why they were labeled as a driveline kit. Nice. That's two. This came out beautifully. Swing this around. I'll get that last one over here. I did not expect those to come out that easily. Okay, let's get back out of that wheel well again. and see if we can't get this guy to come off of here. Oh yeah, it's gonna fall right off. There it comes. Okay, let's get back behind this one more time, and we're gonna go to work on these ball joints. We'll pop this one off, and the lower right there, and then this whole assembly should fall free. And I should be able to remove it without pulling this axle shaft out, because I don't think that has to come out. Now let's lose these cotter pins right here. Come here. Come out, pin. There we go. Grabbing it with some side cuts and just kind of yanking it out, using the leverage of the pliers to do my bidding. That's one, and the bottom one down here. Let's get this guy out. Yeah, I'm really anxious to get this car done because it has been sitting around in the lot for a very, very long time. We had it estimated like the first or second day that it was here, but because of the holidays and whatnot, the approval took forever, and then we didn't order parts until we got the approval, because you just don't do such things. And so I just feel like we're way behind schedule on this car. You know, the old way would have been is once you've got the approval, or once you have the estimate done, you go ahead and order your parts. But now we don't like to order parts until there's an approval, because sometimes things change, or the insurance guys won't pay what they're supposed to, or well, there's just a lot of stuff that gets in the way, and it's very high risk to order parts without the go-ahead. So we just don't do that stuff anymore. Now, normally I wouldn't do this, but since this unit is getting replaced, I don't feel there's a problem with hitting this with a hammer. But what I want to do here is just shock this a little bit and get it to break the bond between the stud on the ball joint and the knuckle right here. I still may have to use a puller. This should help break it free. Yeah, you don't like to do this because you can actually break these aluminum pieces. There we go. It's free of both ball joints. Nice. And it is free. I do need to make sure these guys aren't bent for binding, and I don't think they are. These feel pretty good. Yep, not bent. And that one, not bent. This is good. Okay. Okay, new unit ready to go in. We'll just maneuver that right into its home here. Please maneuver. There we go. So you gotta just say please, and it does what you want. We'll put that there to secure everything. That's good. We've got our little collar shim thing here. Ooh, I think that's an adjustable cam. It is adjustable. What these do is relocate the position of the steering knuckle in relation to the ball joint. And by doing such things, you can change its position and thus change the wheel alignment measurements. The hole is offset a little bit. Witness marks. I'm gonna need to put that back the way it came. And according to this component, the gap was facing right here, which translates to hang on, bear with me. My brain's functioning. The gap goes here, like so, which means we're pointing it at, well, right, straight forward. We're pointing it right at that little hole right there. That makes it easy. These are in place to adjust the wheel alignment angles. So that's straight right there. That's where I found it. Cool. Now I can tighten down those bolts, and that should be good. Yes, I am taking this over for a wheel alignment later. Okay, let's move back over out of the way here because now I need to tighten this unit. And I think that's gonna press that, hang on, I need to turn this. Because as I turn it to tighten, it's gonna rotate. There we go. There, now we can see what's going on. Oh. A little bit more. Where's the holes at? I need to line those up for the pins. A little bit more. Pin is on the back side here, right? Yeah, right there, right through there. So we're good. We're in good shape. Excellent. And the bottom one, I'll just impact that guy on. No worries. All right, bottom bolt. Nut. Click. Okie dokes. Okay, let's go ahead and get this new hub assembly back in. This is a Mopar OEM part. In fact, all these things are. Insurance companies, well, there's two kinds of insurance companies. The ones that want you to buy junkyard parts and the ones that want you to buy OEM parts. I guess that's the difference between budget insurance, you know, the barely legal types, and the actual insurance plans where they provide good coverage. I prefer the latter. Okay, it's not tight, I just ran it in. Okay, other bolt, we'll run that one in. Let's turn this real quick. That one goes there. And where'd I put my third bolt? Lost it already, I didn't even go anywhere. I found it, it was sitting, hiding underneath of a shop towel. All right, let's run these guys down next, and then we'll swing that back around, tighten the third one. Then we're gonna be off to the skid plate. Click. Twice click. And thrice click. Very good. Now, swing back around again. We'll get the skid plate and the wheel speed sensor in position. Kind of sad that this did not come with a replacement sensor. I'm kind of used to that. The GM ones always have a new wheel speed sensor. Very odd to me. Oh well, that's what it is. How'd this work? That goes in, and this goes over. Yipper. That's exactly how that works. Please thread. That one there, and of course the one down below here. Can you guys see? Now you can. One more right here for the wheel speed sensor. You go in. Go. Okay, let's go ahead and get that axle secured next. Whoa, gravity, axle nut gravity, come here. I tried to catch it and like slapped it across the building. Click. Torque that later. Oh, this is going very, very good. I'm pleased with this. All right, brake rotor's coming in next. Put that there, get this thing secured, then we can rehang our caliper. Get in there. Okay, come on, caliper. Let's unhang you. Taking care to not introduce a twist in the hose. That would be catastrophic. Especially for the hose. And potentially for everyone else. Twisted hose do not function as designed. There. Second bolt. Okay, let's tighten this down and then we can move on to the next phase. Louder clicks. There we go. Okie dokes, let's go ahead and move on to the bonus segment. This tie rod here also took a hit and we're going to replace this assembly. So we need to move over here to the right front area and get the rest of this removed. Now, we priced these out and found out that the OEM tie rod actually cost more than an upgraded unit. So we ended up getting a Terraflex unit, which is larger diameter. That didn't work. And so we're gonna pull this guy off and put the Terraflex unit in. It's configured slightly differently than this existing unit, so we're gonna have to rearrange the steering stabilizer. But there's hardware with the new unit that will allow us to do that. There we go. Pop that guy out, and we'll let this thing kind of hang down some. Very good. Let's go over to the right front knuckle and pull that tie rod off of there, and then the whole unit will fall free. Wrong size. Is that coming out? Yeah. I need to swing myself back around to the right here and take the weight. We don't want this thing to fall down, do we? That could hurt. There it comes. Got it. We'll put you down there. We're gonna reuse that steering stabilizer. Yeah, that one. Okay, so the way we're gonna have to relocate that steering stabilizer is we're gonna take this this track bar loose right here. We're gonna remove this bolt. Then we're going to install a stud that sticks out right here, and that is where the stabilizer is going to attach. Instead of attaching right here at the tie rod, it's going to attach here, and then it's going to attach to the new tie rod over here. So whereas before it attached to the axle here, and then to the tie rod here, we're going to switch all that around and go from here to there. You'll see. Can I reach this thing? Sure can. Feels like there's some pressure here. Let's put a jack stand under this and secure this a little bit better. Something doesn't feel right. We may be entering into a danger zone. We'll just move these guys aside. That's my new unit and the old unit. We'll set up a jack stand right here. Let's see here, right about, well, that's the only one I can use, so we'll use that one. Wrong way. I mean, the axle's not going to fall out, but I just don't want it to drop down or anything like that while I'm trying to pull this thing apart. Better safe than sorry. little bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this one comes out, and then this longer one goes in, and then it's got the stud on it over here to accommodate the steering stabilizer words. Is that gonna fit? Yeah, it is. Get in there. It is my will. Please go. There we go. Now we're getting somewheres. Cool. I'll just use the big ratcheting wrench. That should walk it in, no problem. I think it's going. Please go. Yep, it's through. Sweet. Okay, let's put that nut back on it. There we go. I'm not going to be able to hit this one with the tool. It's just not, well, because of the extra length on the stud, I can't get that socket in there. So this one's just going in the manual clickaging way.
It's gonna be here for a while. Okay, I'm feeling friction now.
Okay, let's bring this up to torque. Then what we've got to do is remove the mount for the old steering stabilizer mount. We have to remove that from the axle and then discard it because there's another mount that goes on the new tie rod assembly. So what we'll do is get rid of this jack stand. We don't need this anymore because that track bar is reinstalled. So let's pull this guy out of here and get it out of the way. Okay, now we can move over slightly. We'll remove the existing mount that bolts to the rear axle here. A couple 13mm bolts. Save these for later. Ah, gravity. Okie dokes, backing up again. Let's go ahead and get that replacement tie rod assembly installed. Seems a little heavy. All right, let's get that up into its home. Toss a bolt on it, nut, and now it's safe. And we can maneuver ourselves right on over here. There we go. And we'll get this one set up as well. There we go. Safe. Okay, let's put some torque on these guys. There we go. Yeah, they're pinch locks. Okay. Put a little bit of pressure upwards on it, and the stud gained a little bit of friction right there on the knuckle. That allowed the bolt to tighten down the nut. Up. Click. All right, I'm just gonna turn this straight and kind of eyeball it. We'll see how parallel this makes those these front wheels. So that one right there, kind of straight as far as I can see. This one here, that's turned in a lot. So let's just kind of adjust this thing some. We can turn the center of the bar. That's right. We can turn the center section of the bar. And it's going to unthread and increase the length of the overall assembly. That's adjusting total toe. The idea here is to get the two spindles, knuckles, parallel to each other. And I think we're close enough for now. Yeah, that looks good. The alignment guys can finish that off later. Okay, so I'll run these jam nuts down and we'll tighten those with some pliers just to keep everything stable. There we go. Too much Knipex. There we go. Make it smaller. And that one over here, we do the same. Just snug it up. That's all I gotta do. There we go. Okay, now let's figure out the steering stabilizer business. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and pull the old stabilizer off of this tie rod assembly. Put that there. Looks like it's just this one bolt. Unclick. Come out of there. Okay. It's stuck. Negative. Oh, here we go. Use the little hammer. There, now it's less stuck. Still stuck. What am I thinking? Please come out. There we go. Okay, here's our stabilizer. So the way this is going to work is that guy is going to slide onto that stud that we installed, and then it is going to bolt to this tie rod, like so. We're going to achieve that by installing this collar around the unit. It threads a stud into it, and then that stud will bolt up to the stabilizer. Now I may have that backwards. I'm going to fit that stabilizer however it, well, wherever it gives us the best clearance. So I might flip it around, I might not. I have not decided yet, but I will. Now I think I'm going to do this by turning the steering system all the way to the right. We don't want this to bind up due to steering throw, so we're going to move that all the way to the right. Then I'm going to compress this stabilizer. We'll do that on the ground. Okay, that's as short as it gets. Okay, now that this is shortened, we'll put that on the new stud. This guy comes in right here, which it does not have its stud on it yet. And we'll pull it out just a little bit to allow for some extra motion, and I think that's the position that we're going to land in. Yeah, I think this is about right, so let me go ahead and tighten this guy down. I want to make it even. There we go. Still not even. Now it is. Okay. Okay, next up we can get the stud in position. It's going to thread in, and then we just tighten that manually. Where's my wrench? Should be at 21, I think. Yep. Torque that. Slide this guy back in. Or not. Oh. There. Got it. And we've got 2 more nuts here, and that's going to secure the stabilizer to all the suspension parts. And I think we're about good to go. Wrong socket. Let's try this again. That one's good. That one's good. Sweet. All right. So, track bar, tie rod bar is reinstalled. Steering stabilizer's been relocated. It's got itself a bracket. I think we're good to go here. All I need to do is get the wheels back on this and send this thing over to the alignment shop and get the suspension aligned, and it's out of here. We're good to go. Oh, wait. I forgot something. That something. That guy goes right in there. We're gonna need that. Well, we don't need it, but it's an excellent safety device. Go where you're supposed to go. Get in there. Bend that one that way. You're doing it wrong. That one goes there. Okay, good to go. Kind of ugly though. I think that's very ugly. Hang on. There. Now it's not. Okay, so far so good. Let's let this thing down and toss the wheels back on. That's about it. Like I said, this thing's got to go over to the tire store to get a wheel alignment done, and that should be that. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out right about now, and I'll do that by thanking you for watching this Jeep video. Hope you enjoyed this Jeep. If you did enjoy this Jeep, please let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. If you did not enjoy this Jeep, also let me know about that in the comment section down below. So again, and as always, thank you guys for watching, and most importantly, do not forget to have screwdriver gravity, to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. End of Jeep.